All right, welcome back to Ravensworn Ironloft. Ravensworn Ironloft? Welcome back to Ravenloft Ironsworn. Ravensworn Ironloft. That's good. I like that. Jesus. I think it's session 23, but who can tell with my brain? And when we last left our hero, Brigitte, we got zombies. We had a complication on the last fight that we were dealing with. And as we mopped up some members of the Qashida for cultists, all of that nonsense attracted the attention of some. In the original module, they're called Strahd zombies. A little on the nose. Anyway, some undead that were strapped to torture paraphernalia and stuff over here in this nearby room. So yeah, they came a looking. These guys I'm also doing as dangerous opponents, but since there's a pack of them, I am just upgrading them to a single opponent at formidable. And that isn't necessary. It's only going to matter in certain, depending on how my dice roll goes, because I am going to do something a little bit stupid here, and I'm gonna take care of this whole fight with one move called the battle move. So let's take a look at that move real quick while I have it up here. Under the combat moves, you can go into, kind of a detailed combat situation where you enter the fray and you strike, clash, turn the tide, and all that kind of stuff. Or you can just battle. When you fight a battle and it happens in a blur, envision your objective and roll. If you primarily fight at range or using your speed and the terrain to your advantage, roll plus edge. If you fight depending on your courage, allies, or companions, roll plus heart. If you fight getting close to overpower your opponent's, roll iron, trickery, shadow, and tactics to outsmart your opponent's, roll wits. I am going to be fighting depending on my courage and my allies and companions. So I'm rolling plus heart. And I think I have an asset for this. I'm pretty sure I do. I think it has to do with my companion, Ismark. When you clash or battle alongside your companion, add +1. All right, so I am rolling heart with +1. I'm not in a great. Battle is a really great one if you don't really care a hell of a lot about the fight. It's just kind of a fight, and you've got a lot of momentum. Because you get one roll. So if it goes badly, that's not awesome. If you have a lot of momentum, you can keep it from going badly, so that's good. But heart's my best stat, and I'm getting a +1 on it. So, that's +4. I am pretty okay with that. I can certainly miss. +4 just means all I can, it doesn't mean I'll win. It means the worst I can do is a 5. So let's hope it's not that. But in any case, yeah, we're gonna roll with this and see how this fight goes, because I'm grabbing my two companions here and charging in amongst these zombies and just trying to clear them out as fast as I can. These are free wardens. As a free warden, I've certainly dealt with the undead before. I know how to get the work done, and I am going to go to work. So again, I'm going to roll the actual move here. Under battle roll, rolling with heart, adding 1. And off we go. Put the dice box here and see what we get. Fucking 10. Are you serious? Alright. So one of the challenge dice was a 10. On the other hand, the other one was a 2. And I'll take that. Rolling a 4 on the dice is above average, so good for me. Alright, so on a strong hit, blah blah blah. On a weak hit, you achieve your objective, but not without cost, pay the price. So I'm getting what I want, but I get beat up. This is a pretty D&D result. Not to put, attribute too much to it, because I'm going to get in a fight with 5 zombies. There's 3 of us. I'm going to get a little bit beat up, I think, because I want to mess around a little bit. I'm going to roll the Oracle on pay the price. I think I'm just going to take damage. I'm not thrilled about that, because as a formidable opponent, I'm going to end up taking 3 harm, which is not awesome. But we'll see. We'll see what we get. So I'm rolling the Oracle to see what the results of pay the price are in this case. I don't want to do that, because I just keep rolling into more stuff. A new danger or foe is revealed. I'll just take a look in that area where I'm at. Where are we at here? I don't really see anything else in that area, honestly, that is close enough, honestly, to complicate the situation. I don't really feel like bringing in a random encounter if I'm the GM, I am not going with this thing anyway, just because I don't. We've just done a fight. We're doing another fight. I'm not gonna then roll into another fight. That's, I don't want to say it's boring, but roll again and apply the result, but make it worse. Situation. All right, I'm not gonna worry about the Oracle. I think the obvious thing here is I take damage, so that's gonna be me taking. That's gonna be me taking 3 health. Ouch. All right. Super. All right. Sorry, 3 gets me down to 2. That is a bit of a beating, which is not awesome. But in any case, that kind of clears these guys out of here, and we will put us into this room and kind of take a look around while I'm nursing my injuries here. Strahd zombies are weird because they're not zombies, and they act a little bit differently, and I think I'm going to do something with that here in a second, but first off, let me just talk a little bit about what's in this room a little bit. Envision this area a bit for us. So torture room. Dark, low shapes thrust up out of the still, brackish water that fills this room. It's a big room. Ceiling's about 15, 20 feet above the water. The water is about 3 feet deep, so you're up to waist in it. I came in through the arched exit to the east. There's a balcony looking down over the water towards the north. The dark shapes in the water are racks, iron maidens, stocks, other torture tools. The Strahd zombies are, we're strapped to these things. The observation balcony has got 2 sort of throne-like chairs looking down over the thing. And then behind those chairs, a large red velvet curtain running from the east wall to the west wall to kind of conceal past there. The only real way I can see to get up and out of this place is actually getting up on that balcony, so I'm probably going to do that when I get out of here. But first, a couple of moves. Endure harm. It's kind of interesting the way endure harm is written because maybe it's just how my GM is running it for Starforge, but Starforge is kind of approached like you can sort of choose to endure harm if you want to. If you've taken damage, you can just deal with it and just take it, or you can roll and endure harm, which might make it worse, but it might make it better. It's not really written that way. I need to go and look and see how it is in Starforge when next time we get to the next game, but it's not really written that way in Ironsworn, because in here the move for enduring harm is when you face physical damage, suffer health equal to your foe's rank or as appropriate to the situation. If your health is 0, suffer momentum. Then roll plus health or plus iron, whichever's higher. On a strong hit, choose one, and you can, but you roll. I mean, there isn't like an option to just choose not to roll. No, you're rolling, so that's fine. I'm rolling. I am rolling. I'm going to roll off my health. It doesn't really matter, health or iron, because I'm rolling off of either one of those. Oh, but wait, though. Wait. I think I get a bonus to this. Do I get a bonus to this? Ironclad. When you endure harm in a fight, add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. Sweet. I do get, I probably think I may have forgotten that one previous point. Doesn't matter. Anyway, all right, so moves. Gonna go in here and endure harm, but I do get a +1, which is cool. Submit, give myself a +1, and I'll submit that. What do we have here? That red forward makes me sad. Oh, that's the worst possible roll I could get, but luckily the challenge dice were even worse. I'll take it. All right. So that gives me a +1 momentum, moving the momentum up, nice. Strong hit, choose one, shake it off. If your health is greater than 0, suffer a -1 momentum in exchange for +1 health. Embrace the pain, take +1 momentum. I'm gonna just get rid of the +1 momentum I just got by exchanging it for health because I don't like my health at 2. That's not great. So we'll bump that up a little bit, I think, and that's fine. Not great, but could be worse. All right, so we're kind of over. Get over here. All right, so we're in this area. I'm gonna see where we can end up from here. So it looks like I'm getting pretty close to Delve here, but I want to figure something out here. I want to gather information. I'm looking at these zombies because I think they're connected to the vampiric nature of the creatures that sort of control this place. So I am going to do a little bit of poking about and seeing what I remember of vampiric lore as I'm studying these zombie critters. And that is an adventure move for gather. I think it's adventure. Gather information? Yeah, there we go. Alright, when you search an area, conduct an investigation. Roll plus wits. I don't get any bonus. And no, I'm not going to use my weapon for this, so no. Let's see what I got. Yeah, that 10. That's a weak hit. I'll deal. Move for gather information. On a weak hit, the information complicates your quest and introduces new danger. Envision what you discover and take plus one momentum. All right, so the information that I get there is definitely a connection between these zombies, and it's not really a vampiric transformation, but certainly the powers of the vampire, like Strahd is or Fangboy is, was, I guess I should say, is connected in some way to the creation of these things. Obviously, these were torture victims as well, but it isn't just normal. We're not talking about normal zombies, normal skeletons here. There's something sort of directly connected to the vampiric power of this place. I want to see if I can make some use of this thing with regards to Fangboy and the connection off of Gertruda. I want to see if there's any signs or symbols, any of that kind of stuff. But there's some risk here, I think. I want to see if there's any signs or symbols or any sort of indication of the power that was exerted over these things in their own life, and in some way that I can apply that. I've got Fangboy's heart handy. But I think this is kind of risky because I'm poking around with a dead thing that's got Strahd's power upon it. But with that said, I still think this is maybe something where I could learn something. So I'm going to kind of bring about, the flail of heavens, and see if I can, lay out here and detect in some way, shape, or form how deduce how these things are connected. So I am going to face danger, but I am facing it with observation. When you attempt something risky, envision your action and roll. If you face danger with insight or observation. That is exactly what I'm doing. Do I have anything else with face danger? I am not facing danger using my shield as cover, although I think that's kind of funny. I am not facing danger against an attack by standing together, and I'm not gathering information by listening to the whispers of the weapon, so none of these things really apply. That's fine. Wanted to make sure. Using wits, no bonuses, another weak hit. All right. On a weak hit, you succeed, but you face a troublesome cost. Choose one. You are delayed, lose advantage, or face a new danger. Suffer -1 momentum. You are tired or hurt. Endure harm. You are dispirited and afraid. Endure stress. You sacrifice resources. Suffer -1 supply. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to suffer supply. I'm going to take -1 supply. Super. But what I learn here, I do find connections here. I find little marks and consistent marks on these things, signs of the I would call it thraldom or something like that. Something I can look for. My use of supply is basically I'm pulling stuff out of the bag. Some of it gets lost in the water. Some of it just gets used up while I'm like sort of basically doing a crappy autopsy on these things. However, I am taking an advance on. I'm taking a marking an advance on clearing the vampiric taint from Gertruda, because I've gotten 2 weak hits on pursuing this. Sacrifice some supply for this, so I feel like I'm making some motion in the correct direction for that, so that's cool. I've got to start working on this because when I get back to Gertruda, I want to be able to kind of close this thing out, and if I'm doing that, I mean I got to keep poking at that thing and seeing what I can do. Also, I've got 2 formidables and just the 1 epic quest to drive Strahd out of here. I need to get another couple of quests cooking so I can... Oh, and I got the investigate. That one's actually doing pretty well. Investigating and avenging the missing members of the Free Wardens. That one doesn't feel too bad. And at extreme, it takes a while, so that's pretty cool. Did I get a failure in there? Not a proper failure. I don't think I've had a proper failure yet. Weak hit. Nope. All right, so now I'm going to get in here. I found out what I wanted to find out, so I'm going to get into a delve and find out what we've got going on here. So, see if we can get any further along towards our objectives here within the site. When you traverse an area within a perilous site, envision your surroundings. I think they're pretty well envisioned. And then consider your approach. I am navigating with observation, intuition, and expertise. That's pretty much my go-to for this. So let's see how that goes. Plus wits. I need an asset that helps me with this, but anyway. Alright, what do we get? No fires. Okay, so I have wow, this is complicated enough it doesn't even show up all the way on my thing. Alright, so I rolled a 3. The challenge dice were a 3 and a 4, so that's a miss. If I stick with that, I reveal a danger, which it conveniently went to. Rolled for me on the wits failure thing here. and gave me reveal a danger, so I can just roll on that chart if I want to. I do have enough momentum to burn this and turn it into a strong hit, which lets me find an opportunity. I just want to look at the reveal a danger table. I've got to make some progress here. Architectural or environmental hazard. It's a trap, but it's a boring trap. Alright, I'm going to burn momentum. So we're going back to the burn here. Back down to 2 again. But that gives me the strong hit. So, taking a look at some of the summary stuff here. Yeah, we're going to advance the avenging members of the Free Wardens. Destroy the Devil's Strahd and free Barovia. Sure. That's epic, so that just moves me forward 1. Move that one forward 2. This is a pretty good big hit here. If I got to burn momentum on this, I'm going to make sure it counts for stuff. And we're going to mark this Castle Ravenloft as an advance, which is cool. All right, it says find an opportunity. You get a drop. Get the drop on a denizen. A denizen. I'm going to look here real quick to see what's coming up in this area. Boy, this is a big. This takes me properly into the catacombs. Okay. What I am envisioning here is checking out, you got a series of stairs here, wandering through this low, fairly new construction tunnel, and coming out into the proper catacombs, which are just a series, the way it's described here, and I'm not going into the detail on this room because it's ridiculous. Buried deep beneath the keep of Ravenloft, this arched ceiling sags over squat crypts, forming these catacombs. A thick fog clings to the floor at knee height. Cobwebs hang limp in the musty air. Thick dust has settled over everything, filling the crypt's engravings, making it difficult to make out the names of those buried here. The black ceiling is moving. It's 3,000 bats. The catacombs fill an area roughly 110 feet east to west by 180 feet north to south, and are made up of 10-foot wide arched walkways running between these 10-foot square crypts. And there's a number of exits out of here. All right. We're wandering these crypts, knowing that, presumably, Strahd's mother's place is here somewhere. Trying to figure out where. And we encounter something entirely other than what we expected, which is an ethereal, waifish, ghost-like vision of a young woman. Fine features, blonde hair, sunken eyes. I'm picturing almost like the witch from Left 4 Dead kind of thing, but sort of a weird, uncanny valley mix of gracefulness and the shuffling movement of the undead. This girl wandering through these catacombs and coming up and looking, not realizing we're there until we're already quite closely come upon her, and which gives us an opportunity to speak before the undying rage of this banshee strikes us down. So that's where we're going to start next time. I have to go pick somebody up, so I need to duck out. This one's not going to be very long, but that's where we're going to pick things up, is with encountering a banshee, a former almost bride of Strahd's, here in the crypts beneath Barovia, and that's where we're going to pick things up next time. All right.